Breaking news, tension erupts on live broadcast as Gauff's harsh remark leaves Raducanu in tears. The world of tennis is no stranger to rivalries, emotional breakdowns, and unexpected twists. But what unfolded during a live international broadcast last night shocked fans, commentators, and even veteran players around the globe. For the first time in their young careers, Coco Gauff and Emma Raducanu, two of the sport's brightest stars, were entangled not in a thrilling three-set match, but in a moment of raw emotion, sharp words, and a misunderstanding that spiraled into a global debate. What happened? Why was Raducanu seen wiping tears on camera? And what pushed Gauff, a player known for diplomacy, maturity, and grace, to deliver a remark that erupted into worldwide controversy? This is a full story. The setting, a tense studio, a high-stakes tournament. The scene took place just moments after a heated quarterfinal match at the Global Tennis Masters, one of the most intense tournaments of the season. Gauff had just secured a hard-fought victory over a top 10 veteran, while Raducanu had earlier suffered a heartbreaking three-set loss. Both players were invited to a special live broadcast titled Next Gen Reflections, The Future of Tennis. The program was meant to display unity, friendship, and optimism among the rising stars of tennis. But the atmosphere backstage was already off balance. Raducanu arrived noticeably tense. Eyes red, posture tight, nerves visible even beneath her soft smiles. Gauff arrived energized but drained, the adrenaline of her match still crackling beneath her composure. None of them expected fireworks. Yet the spark was already in the room. The question that changed everything. The live host, try and stir excitement, opened the segment with a bold question. Who do you think will dominate tennis over the next 5 years? WTA or ADP? It was meant to be harmless. But Raducanu, vulnerable after her loss, answered softly, I think the men's game is so competitive right now, maybe they're setting the standard. The host turned immediately to Gauff. Coco, do you agree? For a moment, she hesitated. Then came the remark that would echo across the tennis world. Gauff leaned forward, expression sharp, voice firmer than anyone expected. Honestly, if you think that, you haven't been paying attention. The camera zoomed in. Raducanu blinked. The studio froze. But Coco wasn't finished. The women out here fight harder. We play with more variety, more heart. If you don't see that, maybe you're too busy worrying about your own matches to notice what's happening around you. Shock. Silence. A single visible swallow from Raducanu. The host tried to move on, but it was too late. The tension was alive. Raducanu breaks down. Viewers across the world saw it before the cameras cut away. Raducanu's eyes filled, her voice tightened, and her attempts to smile crumbled into silent tears. It wasn't a dramatic sob. It was a quiet kind, the kind that hurts more to watch. She tried to speak. I didn't mean... But her voice cracked. A producer gestured off-screen. Someone walked over with tissues. The cameras abruptly shifted to a commercial break. Within seconds, social media exploded. Hashtag Gauff versus Raducanu. Hashtag Emma in tears. Hashtag Coco said WTT. Millions of viewers demanded answers. What really triggered Gauff's harsh remark? People who know Coco Gauff know she is not cruel, not impulsive, not someone who punches down emotionally. Her confidence rarely crosses into hostility. So what happened? Sources close to her revealed the truth. Coco had watched Raducanu's earlier interview that day, one in which Emma, still shaken from her loss, offhandedly suggested the ADP is carrying tennis right now. To Coco, who had spent the past season fighting not only on the court, but also for visibility and respect for women's tennis, the comment stung deeply. She felt Raducanu, another young woman breaking barriers, should know better. And when the host asked that fateful question, her frustration slipped through. Raducanu's side of the story. After cameras stopped rolling, Emma didn't storm out. She didn't complain. She didn't fight. She sat quietly for several minutes, wiping tears while staff hovered nearby. I wasn't trying to say women's tennis isn't good, she whispered to one producer. I just wasn't thinking. I didn't expect her to attack me like that. Not Coco. Those words revealed everything. Emma wasn't hurt by the statement. She was hurt by who said it. She admired Coco, looked up to her, even, To be called out so sharply by someone she respected deeply broke the emotional wall she had been holding up all day. Exhaustion plus heartbreak plus admiration equals tears. The backstage confrontation. What happened next was unexpected. As producers tried to keep them separate, Gauff insisted on going to Raducanu's dressing area. She knocked once. No answer. She opened the door anyway. Emma sat curled on the couch, hoodie up, eyes damp. Coco sat down beside her, not as a rival, not as a champion, but as a girl just as young, just as vulnerable. "I'm sorry," Coco said softly. "I wasn't attacking you. I was frustrated. But I shouldn't have said it like that." Emma didn't respond immediately. Then, in a voice still trembling, "I'm just tired, Coco. Everything I do gets criticized. And when you said that, it felt like you saw me the same way." Silence wrapped around them. Coco finally replied, "I don't see you like that. I see you as someone who belongs here. But maybe we're all carrying more pressure than we admit." The two sat there, not as opponents, but as young women surviving a world that demanded perfection on command. The internet melts down. While the reconciliation happened quietly, outside the room, the world was on fire. Analysts debated whether Gauff crossed a line. Fans argued over who was right. Commentators rewound the clip frame by frame, dissecting expressions. One headline read, "Did Coco Gauff bully Emma Raducanu on live TV?" Another, "Raducanu breakdown raises questions. Are young players pushed too hard?" And then the inevitable, "Is this the new WTA rivalry?" But the truth was far more human, far less sensational, and far deeper than anyone expected. The public apology. Hours later, Gauff released a statement. "My remark today was harsher than I intended. Emma is a great athlete and deserves respect. I let frustration get the best of me, and I apologize to her personally." Raducanu responded. "It was an emotional day. Coco and I have talked. No drama here, just two players growing through pressure." Their exchange was mature, graceful, supportive. Ironically, their private moment of vulnerability, misunderstanding, apology, forgiveness showed more strength than any trophy could. Final chapter. A moment that will shape their futures. In the end, this breaking news drama wasn't truly about harsh remarks or tears. It was about two young athletes pushed to their emotional limits, two rising stars learning the cost of fame, two competitors learning how to communicate, two women discovering the importance of empathy. This moment will be remembered not as a feud, but as a turning point, one that deepened their understanding of each other and revealed the incredible emotional weight young stars carry on their shoulders. The public wanted rivalry. What they got instead was reality. And in the high-pressure world of professional tennis, reality is sometimes the most dramatic story of all. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.